As a public figure who is both a comedian and podcast host, you've openly shared your struggles and journey with mental health. Tell us some of the signs you realized that suggested that you needed support.
I think the first time that I realized I needed support is when I think I actually took a minute to maybe self-define that what I was suffering from was depression, because prior to that, all those years, that was back in 1996. Prior to that, I had what everybody would call the blues, good day, bad day, shake it off. But then in 96, there was a period of time where it took everything in my power to get up and go to work. And it was interesting because I had a new job. I was 2 years into a new job, a great job, making more money than I had ever made before, having more success than I'd ever had before. So seemingly everything, in front of me was great. And yet I couldn't get myself up off the couch when I would come home, and I would stay on that couch or in bed the rest of the day into the night, and then physically force myself to get up to go to work, which was interesting because it was radio and it was morning radio, and you needed to be a certain type of personality. I couldn't bring it into work with me. I had to separate the two. But that's when I realized in 1996 that there might be something more than just the blues. And I was diagnosed with depression, started medication for the first time. I'd been in therapy before just because I think therapy is great and necessary and needed, and nobody should be ashamed about going to it. But it was the first time I was on depression medication.
Man Therapy uses humor to tackle mental health stigma and start the conversation among men. What humorous parts of Man Therapy resonate most with you, and why is humor important to break down barriers?
Well, first of all, they have probably one of the greatest faux doctors I've ever met in my entire life, Dr. Rich Mahogany on Man Therapy. The name alone elicits laughter. But then I think it's the videos. I think it's the videos that cut through the most and get you laughing and get you thinking. And because what they do with those videos is they present situations, but they present them in a humorous fashion. Humor, for me, has been a life preserver my entire life. It has gotten me out of trouble. It has gotten me out of fights. It has gotten me jobs. I spent years on the road as a stand-up comedian, and stand-up comedy led to a radio career. And what was the combination of the two? Humor. If there's this impenetrable barrier all around you, mentally and emotionally, humor might be the best way to kind of sneak in there and open those doors a little bit and maybe get you on a path to thinking about something different, and maybe even get you on a path to thinking a different way.
As a Man Therapy ambassador, you've been engaging men with Man Therapy through your podcasts and speaking events. What are successful ways that you have introduced men to Man Therapy?
I've truly taken the ambassador role to heart. There's been already countless one-on-ones, if you will, with men and guys and friends and family, where I've been kind of spreading the word about Man Therapy. I actually watched a friend of mine who I know is having some issues, and he admitted as much. And he jokingly said, maybe I should check out your Man Therapy thing. And I said, it's no joke. I said, check it out right now. I was with him. And he went on the site, and he didn't realize exactly what it was and how funny it was. Within 5 minutes of checking out Man Therapy, he was laughing. He goes, oh my God, this guy is great. And and then he took the head inspection test, which is on the mantherapy.org. It's this great kind of see where you're at test. And he took it while I was there. He goes, I'm going to answer it honestly. I said, well, you should answer it honestly. Go in with how you're really feeling at that particular time when you're taking the test, and get a true evaluation of where you're at. And mantherapy.org is not medical, it's not clinical, but it is comical. And in this case, comical is helping us cut through, break the stigma, and get to men who normally or otherwise wouldn't do anything about it. My mission is to direct, point, guide, lead as many people as I can to mantherapy.org. And not just men. I want women to go to it as well. Because women, if you have a woman or another significant other in your life, whatever that might be, a partner who cares about you, that person should go to mantherapy.org as well, and maybe convince the person that is struggling to check it out. So I kind of want everybody to go to mantherapy.org and benefit from what it has to offer.